Whew. Hello, gamers. Sorry about that. Just had to... The cable was being all messed up, so my dad had to reset the Wi-Fi. He gave me a warning before he did it, so, you know, I kind of knew it was going to happen. Just, you know, I kind of had to reset it, so that's my bad. But, you know, hopefully we'll be able to do some more hunting for now. So I know it kind of killed my momentum with the stream. I feel like we were just getting going. Pretty upset about that, but whatever. It's fine. You know, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, we're just gonna keep streaming. Sorry about the fact that it kind of dropped on it instantly. You know, shit just happens sometimes. You know, can't really do much about it. But yeah, we're back now, so hopefully we should be able to get running. I should be able to do like another hour or so streaming. I think we can get to 5,700. You know, if I was really being ambitious, I'd want to go for like 6,000, but that's like unrealistic. Yeah, we'll figure that out as we go along. But yeah, after this, I may just restrict the Regidrago hunting to like, kind of like an off-stream thing, and I'll just record the encounters because I feel like Regidrago's just like, I just like doing the Dynamax Adventures hunts more, you know? Like, it's weird. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, when it comes to, like, Arceus, I plan on streaming Arceus because Arceus is something that, like, I don't want to hunt Arceus without chat. Yo, what up, Raid? Once again, really sorry for pronouncing that wrong. I'll have to look up how to pronounce that later. But yeah, sorry, stream just... The Wi-Fi was going haywire. My dad had to reset the Wi-Fi because the cable was being funky or whatever. So, you know, we're back and we're doing more. I probably got like another hour left in me. So we'll figure it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Whoop-de-frickin-do. But, you know, we'll get it going, and we'll see what happens. Also, I need to make sure that I'm unmuted. Okay, yeah, so it is unmuted. Just wanted to make sure. I thought it was, but, you know. Yo, Joao, good to see you back, too. Sorry about that. I just, once again, cable stopped working, so my dad came up, and he was like, hey, that's why I was muted earlier at the end of the last stream. He was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I'm turning off the Wi-Fi for a minute, so it's going to fuck with your thing a bit. Yo, up, Igioma as well. Good to see ya. Once again, cable fucked up. Dad had to reset Wi-Fi. Stream had to go down for a minute, but once again, we're back. So we're doing good. Oh yeah, your TV did that too? I heard there's like something going on with Verizon. Apparently there's like a DDoS thing or something like that I heard about. Could be wrong though. Maybe I could be mixing fact with fiction. But you know, who knows? Oh, your Wi-Fi exploded like an hour. Yeah, I do remember you saying that. But yeah. Igioma Akaranwolu is what I'm hoping that's right. I don't think it is. But I said it. I did say it like 3 times. Or okay, I didn't say the last name part because just like, you know, automatically the first name is like Igioma. I think that's right. I could be wrong though. Damn it. Okay, yeah. I guess I can't. Well, that sucks. Whatever. Sometimes you just can't pronounce words. Like, I took Spanish all through you know, school, and Spanish is a very phonetic language. It's actually one of the things that I really like about Spanish, because, like, don't get me wrong, like, I know I like phonetic languages, and I speak English, which is just, like, you know, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you can't really, you know, like, English is not a very phonetic language. Everyone will make jokes about that, like, the PH on its own is just like, what the fuck are you doing? And that's not fuck spelled with a PH. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's a mess. But yeah, so Spanish is a very phonetic language, so it's just like, it's really, because when you see a name in Spanish, it's like, it's pretty easy to kind of like figure out how to pronounce that just by like seeing that. You're like, okay, if it's phonetic, it's just, you know, you do this, blah blah blah. And maybe it's just because I've learned like part of the language. It's like you kind of so I didn't get the shiny yet. So while the stream was out, I just didn't mess with it or do any encounters, because I was like, okay, I see no reason to do this while I'm waiting. You know, I don't want to accidentally get it while I'm like not even recording and just have it be like, oh, well, that kind of ruins it a bit, you know. I actually, so one thing I thought of doing is I could, if I want to give up the Nihilego hunt, which I don't because I'm 2073 in, and damn it, I'm gonna put all that shit on black and get this damn thing. I could hunt for Latios and Latias at the same time in the games, because because Latios was one of the shinies that did not catch an Ultra Sun as when I was younger. So I could do it. I could absolutely do it. Will I do it though? Maybe later on. I don't know. If I get Shiny Nihilego, absolutely. If I get Shiny Nihilego done. Yo, good to see you're subscribed to Gioma. Once again, like I'm not used to like all the wild names. You can tell I'm American. Well, actually no. Okay, Americans do have some crazy names because it's kind of like a melting pot sometimes. So depending on where you are, you can get some wild names. But like generally, I'm not used to like trying to pronounce a lot of like names that like, you know, would generally like, I feel like there's a lot of ways I can mispronounce it, which is like, I mean, you know, I want to be a teacher one day, so it's like something that I do want to learn, because, you know, there's like the worst thing possible is just like getting it and like mispronouncing someone's name to a point where everyone makes fun of them. Or well, it's one of them. I mean, one of the worst things is just kids getting addicted to drugs. But we don't talk about that. Actually, I don't even know if I can, you know, talk about that on the thing. You know the language Urdu? I feel like I've heard the name of that before somewhere. I don't know why, but like I can confirm I don't know how to speak that. That's like one of the Hindi languages, right? I think, because I think I know a guy who does know how to speak that. But yeah, it's like, I think you say you know how to speak like 11 of the Hindi languages. Like, one of the crazy things is like you'll realize pretty early on is that like if you start talking to people from other countries, is like pretty much every other country other than the US has like way better language education than we have. Like US language education is just, it's not, they don't start teaching new languages, or at least like in the public schools really, until like 6th or 7th grade. Languages are really supposed to be taught like very early on, because if you don't, you know, it doesn't really imprint in the brain as well. Like it's much easier to learn things like language when you're younger, like from science and shit like that. I don't have the studies on hand, but I know they exist, and I know it's like it's easier to learn that when you are younger. But yeah, the US is just like, no, why don't we teach them that when they're like, you know, 13 or 14, you know, or okay, probably 12. I think 12, 11, like 12 is about the age you'd go into middle school typically. I want to say, yeah, 11 or 12. But it's like, yeah, why? Like, why don't you just do it earlier? Like other countries, like, you know, if you go to like Germany or something like that, like you know, most people, like, by the time they even get into, like, high school, they know, like, 3 different languages. Like, they know their mother tongue, they'll know it's usually English, and, but it's usually, like, one of the other, you know, English, French, or Spanish, and then they'll know, like, a 3rd language on top of that. It's like, holy shit. You know, it's like, whoa. And, you know, it's like, why can't we do that? why can't we have good language education like that? Like, pretty much every other country seems to have pretty good language education for the most part, or most of, like, the other developed countries, like third world, or not third world, first world countries have that. Next to shiny, you can feel it. Once again, I hope you're right. We'll figure it out. We'll see if we get the shiny here. Yeah, they started teaching Spanish in 2nd grade. That's awesome. You know, like, I'd love to, like, I think I could be a lot better with it if I learned it earlier in life. You know, like, I mean, my mom is a Spanish teacher. So, you know, like, she tried to teach me a bit when I was younger, but apparently I just wouldn't listen, which I told her, you should have kept trying, which I don't blame her for not, because I'm a very obstinate motherfucker. But, you know, I do think it's something that's, like, I absolutely think that the U.S. should be teaching languages earlier. You think the most language there was on movies? I've heard that from a lot of people. I've heard from a lot of people that, like, the way they learn English from, like, a lot of TV and media. And I think that's, like, one of the big things is that, like, the U.S. typically, they don't really show a lot of stuff that's in, like, other languages. Like, yeah, you have the Latin American channels, but it's, like, typically, because so much media is in English, it's, like, why bother? You know, like, we don't need that. We got, like, you know, we got a bunch of other English media we can watch, so people typically just don't really watch it. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I guess you can do anime, but well, no, okay. I've learned, like, the tiniest bit of Japanese from watching anime, although I don't watch too much anime, so, you know. I'm pretty sure Daijobu is, like, are you okay? I know Watashi wa is, like, I am, or something like that. That's, like, all I know, but yeah, I think because, like, especially since, like, you have the subtitles and you're watching it at, like, a young age, you get to, like, learn what these phrases are and stuff like that, you know? It's really interesting. Like, the way languages are learned is just fascinating to me, at least. Because it's like, there's so much depth with it that you can look into. And all that, and it's just really wild as, like, a field. Especially because if you look at linguistics and, like, how they form, that gets even more interesting with how languages, like, form and, like, they'll gradually become, like, you know, words will become simpler over time. Like, you get, like, abbreviations. You'll get things like your, like, YOU''RE being a substitute for you are, like, YOU space ARE. Or, like, how words will get, like, simplified is what I mean. You know what I mean? It's really interesting stuff. But yeah, I do want to get to, I think I'll see if we can get to 5,700 on Regidrago, and then I'll probably end the stream there. Maybe we'll go to 5,750 if I'm really feeling it. But I did get word from my dad that I do have to do some other stuff this afternoon, which is like, you know, sucks, but whatever. No shinies here. But yeah, we're still hunting Regidrago. Unfortunately, both the hunts we had for the Regis, because we did Regieleki, and I caught that off stream, but I did record my reaction to it. So when I do make a video on getting all the Regis, I do want to put that in there. Unfortunately, both the Regis that we've hunted in Sword and Shield for full odds, because all the Regi hunts in Sword and Shield are full odds no matter what you do, even if you have the shiny charm based on the way that they're done for programming or some shit. They have both gone over odds. Which is like, oh, that's great. You know, I love going over odds on hunts that are full odds. You know, like, best feeling in the world, right? Right? Either way, I digress. It's just, because like statistically, if you look at probability, you have about like a 63% chance of getting the shiny within, like, you know, within odds. Because like I don't know the exact specifics of it. I am someone who's studying math, but like unfortunately, probability is kind of where that knowledge ends a little bit for me. Because probability is fucking weird, dude. I've never really been great with probability. But that stuff's weird. But a guy named 8F, he made an amazing video on like probability of that stuff. But he did say that like getting a Pokemon within odds, like a shiny Pokemon within odds, is about a 63% chance. And so, you know, when you don't get that 60% chance, that sucks. When you're in second grade, you were the level Z2 in reading. So I don't know what like those levels are because I don't really know how it works on like, you know, in terms of like the American education system. I was told I did this like test thing in like 6th grade, or it was something I had to do like every couple of years, and they told me I had like a college level reading comprehension, which, you know, it makes sense because like, you know, I mean I don't read as much as I should. Like, yeah, when I go on my runs every day, I'll listen to like audiobooks and stuff like that, but I used to do like a lot more reading. But it was just like, hey, you know, you can read and you can like write well too. Like I was the kid who did like the writing prompts, and I literally had one of my teachers be like, "Yo, you're really really good at this. Like, it's really cool. Whatever you do, read these out." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm happy about that." She came up to my mom and she was like, "Yeah, he's actually like leading college level discussions in my like 7th grade English class. This is great. I love this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm just saying what I notice, you know, why I think it's interesting. But, you know, that's, you know, education. Yeah, now, honestly, if we were going, like, if I picked my major purely on, like, what I was good at, I absolutely would have been, like, what's it called, an English major. But the thing is, I was just like, I don't know what I want to do out of college. I'd rather do, like, you know, I'll just do math, because, like, math is very general, and I can do math, like, decently well. I figure if I can do that, why not, right? Like, if I have the capacity to do it, I should do it. Because a lot of people can't. And, you know, I can use my other good reading skills for other things, you know. I'd rather kind of build up the areas that I'm not necessarily amazing at and get better at those. And, you know. Also just did economics because I really like economics and I think it's interesting. But yeah. But yeah, well, I'll probably stream till like the top of the next hour, or what's it called, until we get to like 5,700, and hopefully we'll get a shiny by then, like in one of the games that we're doing. Can't promise anything once again because it's all chance, but if we do, I would really like to get shiny Regidrago. Shiny Lego, I would like to get just so I can like actually move on to Latios or something like that to do it, because like I feel like doing Latios and Latios at the same time is kind of like a fun hunt. No drugs, agreed. No drugs. But what's it called? I do. So I want Regidrago because, you know, I want Regidrago. I want this hunt to be over. But I also would like to get Lego just to end that hunt. And you know, Latios is cool. I think Latios, like, as I said, it's like my favorite of the 3. I already have a shiny Latios, but like, I can go for another one. Like, I already have a shiny Lego too in Sword and Shield. But the thing is, just like, I started this hunt as a matter of principle, as like a joke, and unfortunately, the joke was really more of a joke on me, in that it's been taking forever and has not shown up for some reason, and has become my longest recorded soft percent hunt in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon in terms of encounters, which absolutely sucks. I have a feeling Type Null is gonna beat that. Hopefully it doesn't. My favorite shiny Pokemon? Oh, that's so hard. Dude, that's a really hard one. Because, like, I don't have to think about, like, Pokemon that I really like, but also, like, when their shiny forms are good. Like, for example, I love Cerulege. Cerulege is, like, tied for my favorite Pokemon with Druddigon. But unfortunately, Cerulege is just... Its shiny is really bad. There's no sugarcoating that. It's not a good shiny, and I'm pretty sure anyone who's seen it would probably agree. Oh yeah, Mega Gengar is a great shiny. Oh, okay, so here's the thing, but I also have to, like, so I have to think of, like, Pokemon that I really like, and then also, like, think about if their shinies are cool. Like, I also like Druddigon, but I don't think I could confidently say that Druddigon has the best shiny. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I really like Bisharp as a Pokemon, and I think Bisharp's shiny is fantastic. Like, I think the blue coloration on shiny Bisharp is perfect. I think it's genuinely, like, one of the coolest things ever. Like, it's such a good, like, non-black or yellow shiny, and I really enjoy that. I think, like, shiny Rayquaza and shiny Mega Rayquaza is awesome. Oh, shiny Primal Groudon is incredible and definitely a contender. Just, like, the black and gold, holy moly, dude. Like, they popped off. They popped off hard with that, and yeah, people like that for a reason. It's a really cool shiny. But then, what's it called? But then I also, you know, I really like shinies. Like, I like Durant, how it becomes more of, like, a gold color with, like, the green eye, you know? And then I also really like shiny Metagross. Shiny Metagross is fucking awesome. It turns silver with a golden X. How sick is that? You know, like, that's really cool. That's really sick. And I really like that, you know? Like, I think that's a really sick shiny to get. Yeah, dude, like, there's so many good ones out there. It's really hard. And Haxorus. Like, Haxorus isn't, like, my favorite Pokemon normally, but, dude, shiny Haxorus is so good. Like, it is absolutely fantastic. And, you know, shiny Minior as well. Like, unfortunately, the shield's up form doesn't change. Oh, yeah, dude, Eevee has a great shiny, honestly. But, yeah, like, I think a lot of evolutions are great. It really makes me sad because my favorite evolution is Glaceon, and Glaceon's shiny doesn't really change. Like, Gengar, so it's a similar situation to Gengar, where Gengar was like, when Gengar first came out, you could tell the difference between the normal and the shiny, like, really easily. But as time went on, it just got more and more difficult. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, Leafeon also has, like, a pretty bad shiny. You know what I mean? But, like, I can respect why people like Leafeon. Leafeon's cute. But yeah, I do. So, like, you know, it's just, there's a lot of factors in there that you gotta think about. Like, and then Scolipede was my first shiny, and I think that it's a fantastic shiny, I will be honest. But oh man, yeah, Primal Groudon's really cool, though. Like, Groudon was always my favorite legendary growing up, and it still is my favorite legendary, I think, in terms of, like, you know, a box art. Oh, dude, okay, so here's the thing. Slowpoke, I feel so bad for, because Slowpoke used to be, like, a pretty noticeable shiny, and now it's just, you cannot tell in Scarlet and Violet. Like, they just made that thing so it was like, spot the difference, you can't. But, dude, Slowbro. Shiny Slowbro is so good. Like, Slowking's fine. I don't like that they only changed the, what's it called, I don't like that they only changed the, you know, like, the thing around the neck or whatever the hell it is. There's a bug flying around up here. But I think it's fine. You know? And then I think another one, like, also another good shiny. So I think Scarlet and Violet was really, really hit or miss with their shinies. Like, I feel like the ones they actually bothered to, like, make an effort to change and make them look different were really good. But I think one of the big things that Scarlet and Violet did that really annoyed me was they made a lot of the shinies, like, really subtle shinies. And, like, yeah, sometimes a subtle shiny can work really well. Okay, yeah, Scarlet and Violet, yeah, the lag is also a big problem with Scarlet and Violet, but I think that's kind of implied. But I think one of the biggest problems with Scarlet and Violet shinies is that half of them, they're just like, hey, let's, like, shift this tone by, like, just a little bit, and just, yeah, it'll work. And no, it did not work. Like, dude, whoever designed Shiny Ceruledge and Armor Rouge, I think should be fired. Or, yeah, whoever designed the shiny for that, I think, that was the biggest travesty I've ever seen. Having them take, like, some of the best Pokemon designs that we've ever gotten and just make their shinies into absolute, utter dog shit. Absolutely unforgivable. Like, absolutely 100%. It was really upsetting. And then, like, you know, the thing is, you had some amazing shinies in Scarlet Violet. Like, you have Cloth, you know? Like, Cloth is really cool. Veluza's really great. I think Smoliv, I think the rest of the line's kind of, like, you can't really notice it too well. But I think Smoliv itself is fine as a shiny. I think it's pretty good, actually. And, you know, like... But then you have other ones. Like, you have Ceruledge and Armor Rouge, which just don't really change. You got, Mabosstiff just doesn't really change at all. Like, it becomes more purple, I guess. So, Mabosstiff's probably a bad example, but, like, it barely changes. And, like, honestly, I kind of even like Flamingo's design, because it's kind of like an actual flamingo, where flamingos, when they don't eat enough shrimp, they will, they'll turn white. Yeah, here's the thing. I think the only thing that saves Shiny Ceruledge and Armor Rouge, excuse me, is that their base designs are so good that the bad shiny can't really make up for that. Because the bad shiny doesn't really change anything about it, you know? And then, you know, Baxcalibur just got totally shafted as well. And you spell Armor Rouge a bit wrong, but it's like, I don't blame you. It's not exactly the easiest thing to smell. Or to spell, not smell. Not smell. But then, what's it called? Yeah, and then, like, the starters, like, also, like, Meowscarada, dude, like, they absolutely blundered with the Sprigatito line. Like, dude, I don't get why they can't just turn these, like, grass types into, like, a more brown color, and they'd instantly be, like, infinitely better. They'd be so much better than they are. You know? But no, they make them, like, these subtle changes that are, like, dog shit. Like Sprigatito's shiny, like, they changed the eyes to purple. Wow. Congratulations, you're in a gold fucking star. Great job. You know, and then it's like, I think Quacklevol's shiny is fine, but I'm probably biased because I have one, and I got one in like a box of eggs in Scarlet and Violet, which was like really lucky. And I also probably hate Sprigatito more because I spent like a month or two trying to get that from eggs and couldn't get it, which that sucked. That was absolutely awful. Still don't have it to this day. But, you know, and then I think, what's it called? I think, Skeledirge's shiny is fine, although, like, here's the thing. With the, what's it called? With the shiny grass stars, they can honestly just make them, like, autumn colors, and they'd probably look fantastic. And they could probably make the fire types just blue fire, and everyone would fall in love with it. Like, hell, if they made Skeledirge, like, green, like an actual crocodile, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool, you know? And it'd be a really cool example of getting a green shiny in. Oh, also, the Paradox. Yeah, Shiny Dragonite is kind of bad. Because, like, you got the amazing pink hue on, like, Dragonair and Dratini. And then you get Dragonite, it's just like, throw that out the window. But then, what's it called? Also, the Paradox Pokemon. Dude, the Violet Paradox Pokemon got so shafted. Like, in terms of, like, not only in terms of the fact that they just restricted all the future forms to being, to just being robots, which I think was really lazy. Because, like, it wasn't like they even did anything really interesting with a lot of them. Like, they just kind of just said, okay, we're turning this into a robot, that's it, and left it at that, which is like, oh. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you have some cool ones like Iron Valiant. I think Iron Valiant's sick. But then you have other ones like Iron Jugulus. And Iron Jugulus, I have a lot of beef with Iron Jugulus because Iron Jugulus, dude, so Hydreigon's beta design was supposed to be like a cyborg dragon with like tank-like elements. You know, which is why it has like that pattern across its chest. But, you know, it would have been really cool if they kind of tapped into that for like the Paradox Hydreigon to make it like an actual tank. As like a, like not like as in stats. Well, I mean, probably as in stats as well. But like as like in terms of design, like make it more like a tank to show it's like, hey, we took Hydreigon and like, you know, turned it into an actual like tank in the future. You know? But then no, they just made it Metal Hydreigon. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, come on. Like, yeah, Iron Bundle I think was fine. And I think Iron Valiant looks great, and Mecha Tyranitar makes sense because it's literally Mecha Godzilla, and Mecha Godzilla is a thing that exists, and everyone loves that. And also because it was in PokeStar Studios, that's cool. But unfortunately, you know, it's just the other ones are just bad. They restricted them all to just being Chrome, which I think is just why. You know, like why? Why would you do that? You're restricting yourself so much here that it's really screwing you over. But yeah, like, you know, that was really upsetting to me. Because, like, don't get me wrong, some of them look great. Like, I think, yeah, if you have a Tyranitar named Godzilla, that does not surprise me one bit. But yeah, like, they absolutely, you know, like, I think Shiny Tyranitar looks great with it as well. Like, or Shiny Iron, no, not Shiny Tyranitar, Shiny Iron Thorns, which is Paradox Tyranitar. I think that looks great. But, you know, I wish they'd, like, I wish they actually, like, changed the color of the, like, the lights sometimes, you know? Like, if they made, dude, if they just made, what's it called? Shiny, if they made, like, shiny Iron Moth's, like, wings blue, or even if they made it yellow, like its original shiny, like Volcarona's original shiny, that would add so much more to it. Like, they could still make it chrome with it as well, and, like, that could look great. But I think the fact that, like, they just defaulted to making them all chrome and adding nothing else was really kind of shitty. Like, as I said, it works great on some. Like, Shiny Iron Valiant's sick, even though I think that the blue color could have looked amazing on it as well. But, you know, it's just, eh. It's like, you know, they could have done a lot more. They could have done a lot more with the Violet Paradox mons, and dude, Violet was like, at release, it was like, it seemed like Violet was kind of the way to go, and then the more, like, when we had, like, no info on the game, and then as the shinies came out, and, like, as everything else came out, it was really just seemed like, man, Scarlet really stayed winning. Like, yeah, Violet has Miraidon, which, in terms of, like, competitive and stuff like that, is better, like, you know, because it is insanely strong. It is one of the strongest Pokemon, like, to exist ever. Like, it's insane. But then they just made the Violet ones so bad. And also, they made it so that the Violet Paradox Pokemon, their abilities are all triggered by Electric Terrain. And Electric Terrain, the only other Electric Terrain setter besides Miraidon in Scarlet and Violet is fucking Pincurchin. And I've explained before on stream why that is so terrible, but Pincurchin is quite literal. I know in the base game this is true. I don't know about the DLC, but I'm pretty sure it still is true in the DLC. Pincurchin is the slowest Pokemon in the entire game. No, that was my cat. I don't know if you guys heard that. But yeah, Pincurchin is the slowest Pokemon in the entire game in Scarlet and Violet. And it also is just, its stat distribution is really bad. Because it has low HP and, like, decent bulk, but then it has mixed attacker stats as, like, as a Pokemon that, you know, and mixed attacker stats generally aren't good, but then when you're also that slow and your move pool isn't, like, good, isn't that great either, or, like, because Pincurchin could work as, like, a good support mon with acupressure or something like that, but they also made its HP super low, and instead of investing into, like, you know, giving it more defenses, they just invested into making it a mixed attacker instead. Like, I think if they took away from its physical attack stat and made it a special attacker, or, you know, even if they gave it, like, if they gave Pincurchin, like, Nuzzle or something like that, it could be a decent Trick Room Pokemon. The shiny Regidrago is Gary, yeah, it's gray on the arms, yeah. It's like more of a, it's really like a light bluish, but I know in this game it looks more white. Because I've seen a couple videos of like what it looks like when you encounter it, just to make sure that I don't fuck it up, because I do not want to fuck it up. Like, especially when we are this far into the fucking hunt, and you know, still don't have anything to show for it. I mean, well, okay, we did get Poipole, but like, that's in a different hunt, so it doesn't count. But yeah, this is not the Molto. But yeah, dude, I would love to get shiny Regidrago, because I do like it, and I think, so the shiny Regis in Sword and Shield are honestly the hardest Regis to get, because every time you hunt them, it is always a full odds hunt. Like, every single Regi in Sword and Shield has a 1 in 4,096 chance, regardless of whether or not you have the shiny charm, which I do. It's like some weird, I think it was like some coding thing, because for some reason when you interact with the statue, interacting with the statue doesn't really operate in the same way as it would be like encountering a static Pokemon. So, yeah, very unfortunately, that means that this is a hunt that is 1 in 4,096. And I mean, I guess you could hunt it in Pokemon Go, but like, Pokemon Go is like way too easy to hunt shinies. Well, okay, it's easy and difficult because it's like the odds are way better, but it's also like you have to like, not only do the raids have to be up, it's basically you have to wait for a raid event, and then also have people near you who can actually play the game with you, or who will play the game with you more accurately. Which I don't have, because I will say, I will be the first to say, my town's actually amazing for playing Pokemon Go. Like, there's a ton of gyms in like this one small stretch. There's like a lot of Pokestops. Whenever it's like a community day, there's a lot of people who go over there, and like it's a great way to get a lot of shinies. So that's when the Necrozma event came on. So I just happened to be going on a walk that day. Like, I mean, I go for runs every day now, but at this point it wasn't like, I wasn't that concrete in it. And I just happened to be walking out. And there just happened to be, like, the Pokemon Go community event on. So I was like, hey, I found some people. I was like, hey, you mind if I join you? And I got 3 shiny Necrozma that day. I got 2 of them back-to-back, actually, which is awesome. So, I got, you know, I got it. So, technically, I do have 4 shiny Necrozma because I have 1 in my main file and sword, which is the one that I typically do Dynamax Adventures runs on, although I made a second one because I caught Suicune and kept it even though it wasn't shiny, like a total dumbass. And then, what's it called? I also, you know, I just, I don't know. I think the secondary reason for it, like, that I kept it, is because I was like, hey, I would really like to get shiny Regidrago at some point. I know I'm hunting Regieleki. May as well hunt them both, right? You know, because, like, I can. When I first started hunting Regieleki, I did not realize that it was not affected by shiny charm odds, which I was really upset about. When I found out, I was like, oh, I kind of committed to this hunt already, and, like, it's not affected by charm. That's really bad. You know? Like, I don't know what to do with that, dude. Like, dude, dealing with hunting without charm is like, ugh, dude. Or like, dude, full odds hunts can be an absolute chore. And I mean, it's really weird for me to say that when like I've quite literally done. This is my 3rd one that I'm doing this year. Although, okay, to be fair, I did start. What's it called? I started Regieleki last year, but I only got it like in August, which was not fun. I took a lot of breaks from that. But I mean, I kind of go over the hurdle where I'm like, okay, yeah, now I can see myself doing like these hunts more in the future, which is like, oh, you know, cool beans. But, yeah. Definitely will say, kind of sucks doing full odds hunts a little bit. And I know one of them that I'm going to have to do is, Arceus. Because I have committed to doing Arceus. Yo, what's up? Good to see you back. It's going to be now. It better be. It better be this one. It's not this one. I'm really upset with you, Joao. What the hell? No, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. But, you know. But yeah, like, I know I am going to have to do Arceus, and I do want to do Shaman, and I'm also going to be doing Darkrai at some point, probably, if I can figure out how to, like, because I didn't get the event thing for Darkrai. I totally could have. I was just lazy and didn't feel like logging in. So, like, I absolutely could, like, I think there's a way to glitch out of bounds and do, like, the map glitch where you can, like, walk over to the area where Darkrai is. Although I don't really know it, so I'd have to figure that out. Or figure out a way to get, like, the event thing for that. You know, once I do that, I would like to hunt Shiny Darkrai as well. I want to get all the BDSP ones. Which is... Holy shit, that's, like... Even thinking about it is just like... Ugh, you know, because it's like those... BDSP, not only has, like... Is really unoptimized, because they're really scummy about development. That's a whole other topic for another time. So the loading takes a long time. Then they also have this terrible habit of just, like, making, like, you know, these really annoying cutscenes for them. And, like, so most of them you can walk out of the room and then walk back in. So weird. How are you on my recommended? Why am I here? The last time I played Pokemon was Diamond Pro release. Dude, okay, yeah, I have no idea how I'm here then, but welcome. Good to see ya. Only sends. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I guess I was talking about like BDSP, and suddenly it summoned you in. But yeah, I do want to hunt for Arceus. I do want to hunt for Arceus at some point. So like a lot of the BDSP hunts, you can just walk out of the room and then walk back in and do that over and over again. But with the Arceus hunt, it takes you so long to walk out of the area where Arceus is in because they made just stepping up this one stairway like monumentally slow. So they did that, and, you know, for some reason, what's it called, so they did that, so basically it's faster to do that by actually resetting the game with that, so Arceus is a really annoying hunt. I think for Darkrai, you can just leave the room and re-enter, and I know that the same thing happens with Shaman, if you just run away and then re-enter. So Shaman, I'm not super worried, or Shaman, I'm worried about because it is going to be a full odds hunt, but, like, I'm not as worried about it as I am for, like, you know, Darkrai or what's it called? Arceus. I think Darkrai is also a similar situation to Shaman, where it's like you can run out of the room pretty easily, so you just run, go back out, go back in. Although, Darkrai, I actually have to figure out how to access that, given that I don't have the event thing. Which is going to be interesting, to say the least. That's going to be something that's definitely, that I definitely have to do. Oh, good to see you, Joao. If you have to go, you know, I get you shit to do. Thank you for coming in. Bye. But yeah, so yeah, with that, so Arceus is the main one I'm worried about with that. Then Darkrai, just because I have to figure out how to get to that. And then Shaman's like the one that I'm least worried about with that. I live in the East Coast of the U.S., so it's like I don't want to get any more specific than that because I don't want to dox myself. But like, oh yeah, when do I do? So I'm pretty irregular with it, but generally I do like afternoons EST. Sometimes I do evening streams. I don't really have a concrete schedule at the moment, but usually I try to post a community post on like days that I'm planning to go live, and I'll say, hey, I plan to go live like around, you know, like sometime around this time of day, EST. So if you just check those, it should be pretty solid. I didn't do one today because honestly I was just like, I didn't really know what was gonna happen. I was like, okay, well I'm gonna be streaming it, and something kind of came up that just made it so I was like, oh, I can just stream, and I happened to get pretty lucky with that. So it used to be like every day, but you know, well when I was doing Buzzwole, because I was like, hey, I'm gonna stream every day while I'm hunting Buzzwole, And then, you know, I caught Buzzwole, and I was just like, okay, I'm exhausted. I need a break for a little while. So I plan on doing it like 2 to 3 times a week. I think Wednesdays and Fridays are typically like pretty open because I don't have school those days. And then Monday nights, I try to do that. So, you know, I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday is pretty good. And then sometimes on weekends, depending on what's going on that day or something like that, I try and stream. Although I do want to start actually working on making more video content. Because, you know, I think that would make sense. I think it's like a sensible thing to do. But yeah, so we're gonna go, so yeah, I think I'll go, oh yeah, no, we're almost at like 5,700. I'll probably end the stream around there just because I think it's a good time to edit. I'm kind of hungry. I'm hoping dinner soon, actually. I don't think it will be. I talked to my dad. I was like, hey, because sometimes, like, I've had a history with my dad being like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have food at this time, and then like I'm like, okay, so I have that time to stream until that happens, and then like I'm going and I'm in like the middle of a stream, and I'm like, okay, yeah, so I should have like another hour or 2 left, right? And then Dad just suddenly calls me down for dinner. I'm like, oh, I thought you said it was gonna be like an hour from now. So, you know, I just wanted to make absolutely sure. I was like, hey, what is the earliest time that dinner could possibly be ready? And he's like, oh yeah, 6. I'm like, okay. I hope you're right here, because if you're not, I'm gonna be a little upset. But, you know, I just want to let you know I'm doing this. I'm streaming. You know, so I want to know just so that, you know, I don't get in the way of, you know, you doing that or whatever. Because obviously, if I can just have dinner on time, I want to have dinner on time. But, you know. Yeah, we'll get, so we're getting more encounters in. We'll probably get, so we'll get to at least 500 on Latias. And then I may do some of these streams off camera, or some of these hunts off camera, or like off stream. If I'm doing the 3DS hunts, it'll almost definitely be off stream, because just like, you know, that's kind of what I do. I don't really, like, you know, I don't exactly have something to record it, unfortunately. However, I think I've kind of been just like, I kind of like doing it like while I'm on the streams. I think it's a cool thing to do, like on the side, while I'm doing other hunts. So I kind of do want to save them for that, just because. But what's it called? I also would like to. I also would like to what's it called? I would like to, you know, kind of also do some on my own. And, you know, I don't want to be doing, like, the thing is, when I'm recording my, my Switch hunts, like, that I have to have, like, OBS open to record it. And, I don't want to do that if, like, you know, I'm not, I guess, record, like, so typically I like to play my Switch handheld a lot, and I don't want to just play it and then hunt for it and then catch this, because, like, as I said, I want to make a video about this, and I don't want to have it, like, get caught while I'm doing, like, another hunt or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, because I don't want that. I don't want that. But yeah, we can do, like, 11 more encounters to stream, and then I'll probably end it, and just be like, hey, you know, it's been a good time. Oh shit, okay, he's shackled. Doesn't matter though, we're not going to take any damage. Unfortunately, the PP is going to be dropped a bit. But that's kind of it. Sorry, I'm just a bit tired. I was thinking, streaming is like, it can get you a lot more exhausted a lot more quickly. Like, when I'm just recording the hunts, like, I can just sit there, and, like, I don't have to worry about entertaining an eyes. I can just sit there and just mindlessly go at it and be like... Or I'm gonna be like... But, you know, when I'm on a stream, I gotta, like, consciously entertain people. You know, which I like doing. It's just, you know... There's sometimes where I'm like, okay, I kind of just want to chill out. Let me be. And so, you know, that's been like, what's it called? Big part of this entire hunting process. So yeah, I think I am gonna do. I may do some Regidrago hunts off camera, or off stream, as I said, and just record. But the thing is, I have to be up here to do that, and typically I just like to bring it handheld and just put on a TV show or something like that on the couch, spend some time with family while I'm doing this in the background. But yeah, I can just, I may just, tonight I may just like grind it out a little bit and be like, you know, because like for a solid week or two, I was just like, hey, I'm grinding this out. I'm going to be just like going completely full force on getting like Regidrago. And I got to like, I got from like 2,000 to like 5,000 encounters in like a week or two, which is fucking nuts, dude. Oh, to be fair, I did have like 2 road trips I had to do in that time. Okay, yeah. And so I had like 2 road trips I had to do in that time, so I was like, that was a couple hours, you know. That was kind of annoying. Oh, dude, I missed 2 of them. Are you kidding me? And you know, it would be nice to get the shiny. What? How? Okay, I was like, I'm standing on that. What the hell? I keep forgetting about the first one sometimes, and I try and step on it. I miss sometimes because it's like I'm trying to focus on like 3 different hunts at once, just nuts. 500 encounters for Latias. This is encounter number 500. Will we get it? I doubt it, but maybe. No, it's not shiny. Yeah, I think tonight I'll just hang out, maybe do some runs. We'll see how it goes. If I get shiny Regidrago, I'll talk about it like the beginning of next stream, or I'll probably end up making a community post about it if it happens, just because like that's absolutely something I would do. And then, you know, I'll make it into a video later, but, like, you know. I may actually kind of decrease the amount of streams I've been doing. Like, I mean, I already have decreased it because, like, I was literally streaming almost every single day. Like, I'll probably decrease that to do some more, to try and make some more videos and stuff like that, because I do want to make videos that go over, a lot of these hunts. You know? And I can't really do that, with this type of thing going on. Oh no, damn it, So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and then, you know, if I do that, I'm definitely moving this camera out from here because I'm not keeping it there. So I'll probably just move that to the side for like a little while while I'm not hunting. Or while I'm not on stream, I guess. It's more accurate. Okay. So yeah, we're almost at 5,700. So that'll be about 200 encounters down the stream then. I think, yeah. I can't remember if I stopped at 5,555 or if I stopped at... No, I stopped at 5,500, I think. So, you know, oh, we got 2 overall hunts right now because Nihilego still won't show up. Oh, also, another Pokemon that I want to hunt in this game is I want to hunt Stakataka. Because one thing people don't really know, or I guess people don't really think about, is the fact that you can actually get shiny Stakataka and Blacephalon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, despite them only showing up in, like, the one area. Which is really... It's a pretty interesting thing. It's like, you know... thing is you can only catch 2 in the entire game. It's at like this one section, so you have to like have the Pokedex completed and have the shiny charm before that if you want to have charm mods. But you can do it. It is absolutely something you can do. What the hell? No, I don't want to look at the news thing. Yeah, you absolutely can look for them. You can hunt them. And I do want to get a shiny stack attacker because I feel like getting a shiny stack attacker from Ultra Moon is like a huge flex, dude. Like that is a pretty difficult thing to do because typically like a lot of legendaries in like Ultra Beasts in this game, like so first of all, most of the Ultra Beasts you can hunt like infinite of. Not Stack Attacker though. In Stack Attacker or in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, or specifically in Ultra Moon because it's a version exclusive, you can get exactly 2 Stack Attacker total. I got 1 because I had to complete the dex because I didn't have any in my other games, and DS Wi-Fi connection is, or 3DS Wi-Fi is, or online services are gone at this point. But I did get 1. Or I did get 1 Stack Attacker. So I do want to get the second one, and I would like the second one to be a shiny because I think that would be a really cool hunt to do. Just because it's like it's a very unique hunt that most people don't really do. Like yeah, some people have done it. Like I know Eternal Radiant has done it. Shout out to him by the way, he's a really good shiny hunter. But I have not, and I would like to because once again that's a cool hunt that I can do. Also, another fun fact, you cannot go to the battle tree until you complete that, which is why I had to leave the Nihilego area in my Ultra Sun file, and then return to it again, find it again, in my, what's it called, it's why I had to return, I had to leave Ultra Space, the one while I was in for Nihilego, and then come back to a different one. It's like, you know, same area, but still. Just because I had it, I quite literally had to go and just, well, because I had to get the items from the battle tree to evolve a lot of Pokemon, and you just can't do that in this area for whatever reason. Like, or you can't get to that area until you beat, what's it called, until you beat, you can't get to that area until you beat. Well, until you finish the Stack Attacker thing. I got good to see you, Joel. I'm finishing up the stream right now, but yeah, we got to 5,701 encounters, which is a lot more than I'd like. But for now, that is it for the stream. I'm just gonna chill out here. I'm kind of gonna take a break. You know, do some stuff. My parents want me to do some stuff, so I gotta do that. But yeah, good to see you guys. Thank you all for joining. Hopefully I'll see you again. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I can't guarantee anything yet, but you know, good to see you guys. Have a good night.